Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be checking out the C.E. Smith safety chain and cable S-hook keepers. So whenever it comes to pulling a trailer down the road or even a vehicle behind your motorhome, safety is one of the things that are very important, and that's why we use safety cables or chains. Well, you can kind of take that a step further and use these S-hook keepers here, which are these rubber pieces. So if your safety cables or chains are set up this way, you can always add that to it. And what it's going to do is prevent your chain from accidentally coming off of your hitch. That way you know it's going to stay on there, especially if you're going down bumpy roads or uneven terrain, something like that. You can ensure that these aren't going to accidentally come off. And for me, it's something more of a reminder to myself, knowing that I actually put my safety chains on. And I say that because for me personally, I'm not going to forget hooking these over my S-hooks. So maybe you're hooking up your trailer, kind of get sidetracked or distracted, get going down the road, you wonder, hey, did I actually put my safety chains on or not? And for me, that's just something I'm not going to forget. These are going to work with pretty much any size S-hook. I have a relatively large one. I'd say about one step above average compared to what I usually see. And honestly, I feel like this is about as big as you'd want to go. These keepers are pretty tight on here, which is good, but I think any larger might be kind of a struggle to get those on. So I do think these are going to last for quite some time, honestly. They do feel pretty solid. They're almost kind of a hard rubber, if that makes sense. A hard rubber or soft plastic, at least that's kind of the texture it reminds me of. That does give you kind of a little thumb grab there. So when you go to put these on and off, you can kind of push it down, pop it off, or pop it back on, whatever the case may be. So just one of those small things that can help remind yourself to hook your cables up and give you a little more peace of mind whenever you're driving down the road. You got the confidence knowing that these are going to stay attached and they're not going to come off accidentally. So I will say these are probably really important to use, especially in a flat tow situation. So you're pulling your vehicle behind your motorhome. Because if you think about it, not only are you going to have a connection on your motorhome's hitch, but you're going to have your safety cables connected to the front of your vehicle too. And just having the cable at the other end, and with the car making turns and going over bumps, it's kind of doing its own thing. And so typically what happens is when you're on the car side, you get a lot more movement, a lot more turning with your safety cables, as opposed to just kind of pulling a trailer down the road. So these can kind of take you ahead of the game a little bit and really ensure that you're not going to have an accidental disconnect or any accidents like that. So the way these are going to work, super simple. You're just going to slide them over your safety chain hooks. When you're doing this, these are some pretty large hooks here, and it's pretty tight, so just take your time. Just slide this over like so. That way, whenever you go to put this around your hitch, the other end will get pushed on like that, and it'll keep it secured. And that'll finish up our look at of the C.E. Smith safety chain and cable S-hook keepers.